ladies and gentlemen, the feature event on the calendar, here we are. This is the Teams Camp Draft. I'm going to read the draw out so that you guys can get organised. There's a fair bit of strategy going on up the back here. It's quite good listening. Team number 1 out is going to be the North Coast Royals. Lloyd and Kathy Aquilina and Vicky Evans, you're up first. Number 2, Shepherdson and Boyd, you're second out. Shepherdson and Boyd, Kylie Sanguinetti, Ben Fogg and Joel Hill. 3 will be the Ems Mooney crew, Harry Larnack, Jack Cable, Sam Cook. 4, Helly One and Comiskey Transport. That's going to be PJ Knight, Jason and Laura Comiskey. 5th out will be the Big Blondes, plus Penny, Kylie Graham, Megan McIntosh, Penny McIntosh. Mostly Hills will ride at 6. That's Zane Haberman, Ben Hall and Peter Black. In position 7 in the draw, Condabri Beef, Will Drury, Noah Mataroy and Lindsay Doolan. 8th out will be McIntosh Girls, plus Kerry. That'll be Megan McIntosh, Penny McIntosh, and the new look Laura McIntosh, which will actually be Kerry Thompson. 9, Terry's Angels, Sarah Cookson, Sky Rendazzo and Al. Number 10, Team Harriet, Ben Hall, Pete Comiskey, Hugh Miles. Those guys might need a little lesson on how to saddle up, but we'll see if we can help them out. Number 11, Injune Eagles, Wade Warren, Carolyn Roberts, Kane Duff. 12 will be the 3 Blondes, Walk Into a Bar, Sarah Webster, Kristen Pearce, Shari Knutson. 13, Redhead and Co, Tom Deary, Holly Hingst, Mac Whelan. 14, Collier's Agribusiness Team, Lee Freeney, Phil Kelly and Simon Byrne. 15, Team Black Box, Harry Scott, Charles Tapp, Will Chug. They'll give things a run before the Team Willinga boys. 16th in the draw. What are they? Oh, apologies, my mistake. Willinga War Horses. John Turvey, Andrew Turvey, Troy Palmer. The boys will finish things off, number 16 in the draw. Hey, if anyone wants a front row seat, we'd love a couple of volunteers on our gate. Thank you, Ali Graham will jump on there. If Ali could have an offsider, I'm sure she'd love it. So overseeing proceedings is our judge, Mr. Tony Hick. Tone's here for safety, because at the end of the day, this is a timed event. Oh, if you haven't been introduced to the sport of teams camp drafting, we're talking about 3 competitors and 3 head of stock. One person will go into the yard and rattle them around, get them livened up, and we'll send them out onto the course. The 3 riders then will do what we usually do one-on-one. We're going to do it 3-on-3 and chase down that cloverleaf pattern with the timer going. So that's how it rolls. There is a penalty if you don't put all 3 cattle through the gate. A penalty, a time penalty will be added. So it's a team sport, it's a speed sport. I tell you what it is a lot of fun. We won't be too far away from a start. A couple of great blokes have just jumped on that gate. Thank you so much. We've got some extra help in the backyards. And another line of beautiful Hereford cattle coming our way for this team's draft. North Coast Royals, come on down, or in your case, come on up. Straight off the coast, Lloyd Aquilina, Kathy Aquilina and Vicky Evans. Lloydie, you've got to go home with us, so don't throw too many orders at your wife, okay? Vicky Evans will move into the yard. She's going to be what we like to call the gut runner. She'll be in the middle. She'll bring the cattle out off the face of the yard. Thank you to our wonderful backyard men for keeping cattle up to us. Wowee, those cattle coming from the backyards. Peter Knutson and Nathan Bradley, thank you for your effort. Ali, she's jumped over there, going to look the part. Thanks, Al. Team 1, North Coast Royals, Lloyd and Kathy Aquilina, Vicky Evans, made the trip up from way down there on the southern coast. So they've got an opportunity to make a name for themselves in the middle of Queensland. 3 head of cattle come into the yard. Shepherdson and Boyd, you be ready. You're up next. Likewise, number 3, Ems Mooney. Our judge, Mr. Tony Hick, calls the first team forward. Vicky Evans is in the middle. She's going to give these cattle a bit of a rattle around, make sure that they're going to run as a bit of a pack. Come out the middle of the camp and look for that first peg. Kathy Aquilina is on the first peg. Lloyd Aquilina's on the outside. He's got to travel home with his wife, so I hope he keeps his orders short and sharp. Outside's his call for the North Coast Royals. Lloyd Aquilina's making a big move up there on the Hereford heifer. Not to be, Lloydie. Even with 3 people, this sport is not easy, ladies and gentlemen. We have no time there for the North Coast Royals. No time for North Coast Royals. We move to competitor team number 2, Shepherdson and Boyd. Kyle Sanguinetti, my apologies, Kyle, that was a bit rough. Ben Fogg and Joel Hill. Joel Hill's in the middle, he's going to gut run. Kyle Sanguinetti, Ben Fogg, Joel Hill. Joel Hill's in the camp. He's giving these lovely Hereford heifers a bit of a rattle around. On the left-hand side, we have got Ben Fogg. On the inside, we've got Kyle Sanguinetti. Send him's the call. Send him's the call for Shepherdson and Boyd. Out they come. Ben Fogg moves up, looking into position. Kyle's holding the inside of that first peg. Hey, look here, we've got ourselves a first peg in the back pocket. As Ben Fogg moves up to do the changeover, he checks. Joel Hill drives through the middle. Kyle Sanguinetti's got to stroll up there and get these Hereford heifers around that second peg. It's his job to turn them back up and look for a gate. Joel's doing a good job keeping the middle coming. Switch back over, Kyle Sanguinetti. Stride up there, Joel, keep that one coming. We need a gate for 3 head of cattle here, ladies and gentlemen. How about it on a Saturday afternoon? Oh, what about that one that shot out the back? This is where our judge, Mr. Tony Hick, gets to add a bit of time, throw a little bit of a penalty at that team of Shepherdson and Boyd. So the deal there, they had a 46.17 and a penalty of 5 seconds for the heifer that didn't go through, and another penalty because they knocked a peg over. So they're 10 seconds, they're plus 10, 46.17 plus 10 gives us 56.17. Oh, here he is. This is Harry Larnick, Sammy Cook and Jack Cable. This combo should be all right. They ride for Ems Mooney. Heli 1 and Comiskey Transport, you want to get ready, Knight family. This is the Ems Mooney team. Made the trip up from way down there in the south. Harry Larnick, Sam Cormie's in the middle. Jack Cable's going to slide up to that first peg. Come on, boys, get onto it. Jack Cable's on the... I'm going to go ahead and tip that's a good Ivory mare. Sammy is in the middle, Sammy Cook. Harry's just coasting. He's about to come into his own and shine as he slides up there to turn those heifers around the second. Keep them coming, Sam, through the middle. Keep going, Has was the order. Wait for it. Wait for it. Hey, 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 ladies and gentlemen, what do you reckon? Sam. I don't want to travel home with you and Harry Larnick. I reckon there'll be a penalty on there for sure. We'll have a time come through from our main timekeeper, Mr. Tony Hick. Hey, before that time penalty, they were 34.75, plus 5, so we're 39.75. I feel like I'm calling a barrel race. Righto. Hey, we've got a bit of family battery going on here. Straight up. The sisters are on the outside. Hubby Jason's running guts here. We've got the chopper pilot out here on the left. We've got the good cowgirl on the right over there in Laura Comiskey, apologies, and husband Jason's running straight out the middle with 3 good Hereford heifers here from Willinga Pastoral Company. Outside's the call. PJ slides up. One thing's for sure, she usually looks at them from a bit higher than that, but she can handle cattle better than anyone. PJ Knight. Jason's keeping him coming through the middle. Little sister Laura's about to slide up and do some good work here on the second. How about it, folks? Christmas lunch is on the line. Laura's going to cover that little tricky heifer there. Come on, PJ. Get in there. Looking for a gate here. We've got the Heli 1 and Comiskey Transport. What do you reckon, ladies and gentlemen? This is entertaining if ever I've seen it. Hey, we've got ourselves a leader, 32.39 for Heli 1 and Comiskey Transport, PJ Knight, Jason and Laura Comiskey. Hey, the big blondes plus Penny, you're up. The big blondes plus Penny. That's Kylie Gray, Megan McIntosh and Penny McIntosh. I'm not going to say anything about the name, but girl's got a bit on. Pretty Penny's heading outside, so's Kylie Graham. Woo, up there. I tell you what, the cowgirl in the camp, she will rattle a few around if she gets the chance here. She'll give them a good liven up, these good heifers. Live it into him was the order from little sister Penny. Megan McIntosh is in the middle. Penn slides up on the first peg. Kyles, you just sit pretty there for a second and you'll get a job for sure. I tell you what. Oh, Kylie Graham. I don't know if you're going to get invited to McIntosh family lunch. Don't worry about old Megan McIntosh. I said she would put cattle around if you gave her half a chance. That was the big blondes and Penny. Mostly Hills moves into the yard. You're next, Condabri. Sorry, Condabri. This is Mostly Hills, Zane Haberman, Ben Hall, Peter Black. Condabri are busting to get in there and show what they can do. You're next at number 7, Condabri Beef. McIntosh girls are back with Kerry at number 8. Number 9, Terry's Angels. You get yourselves sorted. Hey crew, just teams, drafts, competitors, make sure you just help put those cattle away. Tuck your cattle away before you leave the arena, please. Thank you so much. Righto. I'll give a little introduction on the Mostly Hills team. Cowboy on the inside does need an introduction. I don't think many people know his name. It's Ben Hall. He goes all right. On the outside, Zane Haberman. Bit like PJ, he knows how to ride. Usually from above, though, as the chopper pilot. And Peter Black, we've seen his form already today. He'll slide up on the inside looking for this second peg as soon as they do their job. The boys are driving through the middle. Ben Hall, the order would be, hurry up. Outside, Blackie. Ben Hall calls, keep going, mate, keep going. It's not quite how he'd say it if you're in his camp. Look out, Blackie. Come on, Zane Haberman, put him through the middle. Woo! Ben Hall! Ladies and gentlemen, one of the best in the business just split his gate. Hey, Ben, the idea is you go through those pegs. We'll draw a map later for you, mate. Score there was, time there, 37.22, and then Ben Hall split the gate, so we get to add 5, and that's a 42.22. 42.22 for that crew. Hey, great sponsors in the yard right now. Condabri Beef, what a team. Headed up by Will Drury. He's got Noah Mattery in the middle of the yard, and he's got, look, I'm going to go ahead and say it, one of the best female polo cross players in the country, in Lindsay Doolan holding this left-hand side. Dools will send one for short. Will Drury, you better get ready to catch. This is Condabri Beef. Team number 7, Macintosh Girls, you're back. Bring Kerry along for the ride at number 8. 9, Terry's Angels, don't be too far away. We'll bring Team Harriet out at number 10. Come on, Condabri Beef. Noel Mattery. Holy moly. That was not how we planned it, team. Unfortunately, we get a no score there for Condabri Beef. Wasn't through lack of trying. Hey, big thanks to our great partners here, Condabri Beef. They're sponsoring the wonderful sponsors marquee up there. Been a good afternoon up on the grass. That was Condabri Beef. Tell you what, from one great team to another, we go to the Macintosh Girls plus Kerry. Megan McIntosh is back in the middle of the yard. She'll send them, that's for sure. Penny will bend them. Sister Laura isn't here, so Kerry Thompson steps in and acts as the third sister. Holy moly, Penny McIntosh is into him. The Mostly Hills cowgirl on the inside is Kerry Thompson. She's as capable as anyone. I reckon there's got to nearly be a noise penalty, sir. Woo, Penny. And she's still throwing orders around. Little sister Penny's sending Kerry up the middle. From there, these talented cowgirls should gate those 3 head of stock. Come on now, Penny McIntosh, Megan McIntosh, Kerry Thompson. What do you reckon, folks? Some pretty good entertainment here this afternoon at the Willinga at Juandah Plains. Score there for the girls, 38.55, 38.55. Not quite enough to go through round the big Heli 1 and Comiskey Transport, but good enough to sit you in second place. Second place currently Macintosh Girls plus Kerry. Righto, Mr. Snow, Terry's Angels are in the camp. Righto, Sarah Cookson. I don't know if you saw it yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, but my mate won the good ladies draft here yesterday. She's got a fresh buckle to show for it. She will rattle one around in a team's draft too, I tell you. Sarah Cookson's in the middle of the yard, Al's on the right-hand side, Sky's on the outside. This crew are all part of the great Willinga team down there at Bateman's Bay. Cooko works alongside Eric Clowie in the vet hospital. I'm going to tell you to send them and mend them, Cooko. She will throw some orders around. She's been in the paddock with PJ plenty of times. Up's the call. Up's the call from Cooko. You sit, Al. I do just want to let you know these 3 have got to travel back to Bateman's Bay together, so they want to keep the orders a little bit kind. Keep riding, Al. Keep riding, Al. Come on. Keep riding, Al. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, look at them go. This is the Terry's Angels. Your turn to shine, Sky. Come on, Cooko. You've got to put 2 through today. She was not giving away any more time, my friend Sarah Cookson. We do have a time of 39.77 plus 5. Oh, cancel that. Tony Hicks said plus 10. 10. So we're 49.77. Hope that Willinga Park truck gets home okay. They've got to travel home together, and I hope the orders weren't too harsh. Righto. You might not have heard of any of this crew, but I'll introduce you to them and hopefully you can make friends and maybe show them a bit about camp drafting later on. This is Team Ariat, Ben Hall, Pete Comiskey, Huey Miles. Pete Comiskey's the one on the grey, he's in the middle. Little fella on the outside in the black shirt, that's Huey Miles. The big loud on the inside, that's Ben Hall. He split a gate before. We drew a quick map and we'll show him where to go next time. Jokes aside, probably 3 of the best competitors in the country trying to hustle these 3 Hereford heifers around in the Willinga at Juandah Plains inaugural teams event. Tony Hick moves up to see how many penalties we've got to throw. Don't forget to go through the gate, Ben Hall. What do you reckon, ladies and gentlemen? Saturday afternoon. Hey, 32.06. It's enough to take the lead. 32.06 is the stop clock. Enough for the Ariat team to take the lead. Injune Eagles step in. We're talking about some good cow people here. We've got Wade Warrion, Carolyn Roberts and Kane Duff. Wade Warrion is in the guts. Wade will bring him out. Lady in the green helmet, one of the best female competitors in the country, Carolyn Roberts and Kane Duff. He's out here on the left with me. Outside's a call from the big man in the middle. Wade Warrion, holy Toledo, they came with force. Don't worry, these good Injune competitors, they would have rode a few timber scrubs before today. Kane Duff on the outside, finishing this first peg. Carolyn, you are going to get to rattle, my friend. Up's the call. Carolyn Roberts slides up there. Wade's keeping them coming. Kane's just doing a nice little job covering the inside. You're going to have to get out around and finish this second peg. Nicely done, Kane Duff. Where to from here? They've decided to shorten the herd up and go for a gate. Wado, stay on, my friend. We just gave that one heifer to the neighbour, but the rest we got through the gate. We'll have a time for the Injune Eagles, Wade Warren, Carolyn Robertson, Kane Duff. $35.55 plus 10, 35.55 plus 10, 40.55 puts the Injune Eagles too far down the list. Hey, some good sorts just rode into the yard here. Have a look at them. They call themselves 3 Blondes Walk Into a Bar. Shari Knutsen's in the middle. She'll start throwing orders around here real quick. Pete's happy he's on the sideline. Sarah Webster's on the outside there on the right-hand side, and the good sort on my side is Kristen Jamison. Stitch up, stitch up. Husband put her on a bum steer, literally. That thing has only got one eye. Just testing how good you were then, Shari Knutsen. We'll just remove that heifer from the yard. She's a little bit invisible in one side. High-end backyard staff here. We'll have to give these 3 good sorts one more head of cattle. While we do that, though, what does the Hill think about the teams draft here at Juandah Plains? The Willinga Pastoral Co. Juandah Plains inaugural teams draft. Very proudly sponsored by Pumps and Solar. Got a chance to catch up with the boys from Pumps and Solar early in the week. What a set of products they offer. Hey, Shaz, I don't reckon he wants to be there either, but you're going to have to take him. This is Shari Knutsen riding with the 3 Blondes Walk Into a Bar. Send it's the call. Kristen Pearce slides up there. Shari Knutsen's in the middle. Pretty little Sarah Webster. She's just waiting for her turn to shine. There's an opportunity coming for you, cowgirl. Go now, Blondie. Up's the call. Cowgirl on the creamy mare. She's a sponsor and partner here at Willinga at Juandah Plains. They own the good... Hey, a little bit outside leg there, Shari Knutsen. Oh, come on, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. I reckon Tony Hick was a bit hard on those women then. They were coming back. They were pulling them back together. Bad luck to the girls. Bad luck to the 3 Blondes Walk Into a Bar. If you're looking for them, the jokes will roll later on up there at the outstation waterhole. We move to team number 13, Redhead and... Oh, Collier's Agribusiness. Apologies, Collier's Agribusiness. Collier's agribusiness team are working in camp. This is Lee Freeney. Phil Kelly is out here on the outside in the black helmet. And on the inside is Simon Byrne. Wonderful, wonderful event partners in Collier's agribusiness. Go on, Phil. He's been on a front gate all week. He signed a big cheque to support that maiden draft, but unfortunately, we can't give you any of your money back with the team's draft, Phil. Redheads, we need you. Redhead and Co. Tom Drury, Holly Hinkst, Mac Whelan. You guys here? Instead of Righto, we've had an upgrade from Mac Whelan to a much better sort in Alex Hindle, so that's probably an improvement, team. Righto, so we've got Redhead and Co. Tom Deary is on there on the inside of the first peg. On the other side, we have got Alex Hindle. We've just got one out there still, boys. And then bringing them out, the middle is going to be Holly Hinkst. That's how it's going to go. We're going to clear that good heifer from the arena before we proceed. From here, we go to Team Black Box. Team Black Box, you're next. Captain Charlie, he's ready to roll. And then we'll wind things up with the Willinga Warriors. Apologies, we will have Shorty McShorty, another team added. See, it's that fun, this deal, that they wanted to go and get some more horses out of the pen, throw some more money at a good idea. All right, here we go. This team, Redhead and Co. Holly Hinkst has got told to go down and liven them up and get them ready to send them out to Tom Drury and Alex Hindle, ready to receive these cattle. At the moment, we've got that Team Marriott still sitting out there in the lead. Team consisting of Ben Hall, Pete Comiskey, Hugh Miles. Geez, between the three of them, they should have got something right. Hey, 32.06 is the time we're chasing. Redhead and Co. are having their time. Tom Drury's on the inside. Holly Hinkst is bringing them up the middle, throwing a few orders around with a finger there. Alex Hindle's on the outside. We saw her in the maiden for maiden final earlier on, so she's in a bit of form. Slides the call. Go Tom's the call. Looking for a gate, crossing over, changing. Come on, Alex Hindle up the outside. You all got to go through the middle. Hey, diddle, diddle. You're not allowed to change positions. So team, the deal is you're supposed to stay in the same position. If you start on the far right, you stay there. If you're in the guts, you've got to stay there. So we've got to throw a 10-second penalty at the Redhead and Co. They've gone from 44.95 to a 54.95. Here we go. Team Black Box. Charles Tapp, your winner of the Maiden for Maiden. He's your cattleman of the week. He's got his good buddy on the outside here. Willie Chug slides up there, and on the inside, just holding at the minute, is Harry Scott. You'll get your turn in a minute to shine, Harry. Hold your positions, boys. This is the Willinga Pastoral Co. This is a main cattleman who've made this show happen for us. Chug's got told to steady. Captain Andrew is giving a few orders from... He might be the coach, our Andrew Turvey. Slide up's the call for Harry. Come on, Charles. Chuggy goes around looking for a gate here. Look at him go, ladies and gentlemen. Team Black Box, get them all in. Chuggy! Nah. We had to add a few points to you there, boys. Some stuff went pretty bad towards the end there, Chuggo. Do you know what the sad thing is you had enough to go around that Ariat team as well, so we went from 32 plus 15. You had enough points to stitch those other boys up. We're going to go to Shorty McShorty. Shorty McShorty will have Phil Kelly back, our great sponsor from Collier's Agribusiness. Will Chug's going to step on a new mount. Pretty tidy mount too, ladies and gentlemen. You wait till you see Big Chug-a-Lug step on this pony, hey? And then our third competitor in that one is Leah Freeney. Leah Freeney. Righto. Have we got some stuff to look at down here ringside? Shorty McShorty, our second last team of the day. Chug-a-Lug, I reckon you should have stayed in the camp or something and found an easier track for what you've got going on, buddy. He just needs a little hand to get his stirrups there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Will Chug riding what looks to be a really, really good little grey pony. We've got my mate Phil Kelly out here on the left-hand side, and Lee Freeney, she's getting them livened up in the yard. They had half a trail run here before. Chug-a-Lug, you got to get going, my friend. I'm worried about the Gundawindi Grey. I'm worried he's going to run out of legs. Get into him, Chug-a-Lug. You're going to have to shine. Get on him, Chuggy. Some quality horse flesh in the grey. We'll find out where that horse is standing later on. You'll be able to send your mares to him. Chug-a-Lug brings up the outside. We're running out of legs. Don't cross over, Lee. Save. Chug-a-Lug's coming. He just needs a minute. You put him through the middle, Chug, and we'll give you an extra 5 points. How about it, ladies and gentlemen? Some great entertainment here this afternoon. Willinga at Juandah Plains. I'm not saying we saved the best till last, but we certainly saved a pretty good combination. We are going to go ahead with... We're trying to... Just before I do tell you who we're going with, we're trying to work out how many points to give that team. None of them went through. We're out of time. And Chug-a-Lug still hasn't caught up. So we're going to go with... Plus 30. Yeah, that sounds about right. 79.59. 2 hours later, Chuggy gets back to the camp. Righto. Our final team. Our final team, the Willinga War Horses. Here they are, ladies and gentlemen. We've got John Turvey, Andrew Turvey. The man in the middle is Troy Palmer. The Turvey boys have run together for a long time. I had the privilege of growing up with them, and I'll tell you what, they're two of the coolest cowboys you'll hang out with. Troy Palmer in the middle, he'll get them steered about pretty right. Come on, Andrew Turvey. Our captain and overall project manager, Andrew Turvey's on the outside. John Turvey got the big call up from Troy. Come on, JT. Come on, JT. Come on, keep riding, JT. Keep riding, JT. Get up, JT. Andrew's just covering. We're right. We've blown something out of Turv's pocket. Come on, boys. Wait's the call. Get her. With 2 out of 3 ain't bad. It doesn't seem fair, folks. How about it? What an effort from the Willinga War Horses. John Turvey, Andrew Turvey, Troy Palmer. John Turvey's asking for a recall, a re-ride, whatever we got to redo. He wants to do it again. It was that much fun, but unfortunately... Oh, wait, they've called the rerun. The Willinga War Horses believe they have the right to a rerun. Oh, welcome back, Chuggy. Welcome back, Chug-a-Lug. Glad to see you made it all the way over here. Turv's horse doesn't like the Gundawindi Grey too much. Goes the call. I don't know what sort of penalty they're starting on, but they're going to give it a red-hot go. Give them one more chance. A bit of entertainment for you Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. The Willinga War Horses. Andrew Turvey slides up there, finishing off this first peg, 3-headed cattle. Now, JT. Now, JT. Come on, Troy Palmer. Keep him coming. I think we're going to run out of cattle before you boys find your way around that peg. Ladies and gentlemen, what a wonderful afternoon of entertainment. We actually would really love to do the presentation out the front of our winners, and we paid to third in that teams draft. I think you'll agree with me, it was a pretty entertaining way to finish things here at Willinga at Juandah Plains. We'll have our winners and place getters in 2 minutes. Big congratulations. First place, Team Ariat, 32.06 was Ben Hall, Pete Comiskey and Hugh Miles. In second place, Helly One and Comiskey Transport, PJ Knight and Jason and Laura Comiskey. Congratulations, 32.39. And in third position, Macintosh Girls plus Kerry, 38.55. We will require those three teams down the front here for a presentation for those teams drafts. Team Ariat, we need you. We need the PJ Helly and Comiskey livestock team. Look at them out here, like schoolboys. And in third position was the Macintosh Girls plus Kerry. We'll be right back with you with that presentation of the teams draft. Be right back with you. Big thanks to Pumps and Solar Roma. The crew at Pumps and Solar Roma got behind that great teams draft. I think you'll all agree, ladies and gentlemen, up on the hill, it was pretty good entertainment, wasn't it? We'll have our winners and place getters. We've got some beautiful garlands, we've got ribbons, we've even got some rugs. So we'll be not too far away from presenting the Pumps and Solar teams draft winners. Thanks to our official, Mr. Tony Hick. Kept an eye on things there. Made sure it didn't get too skatey out here. There was a few close calls. But big thanks to Tone. Tone and Lindy made the trips from Julia Creek. They've judged for us all weekend, and Tone just oversaw that wonderful teams draft event there. So thank you, Tony Hick. We figure if they win, they've got to help us carry out the presentation board. The Ariat team, thank you so much for jumping in and giving us a hand there. While our wonderful help team, wonderful help teams over there putting cattle away. Thanks to the Ariat team. We'll present you with your awards now. You earned them. I'm very grateful to have Tim Sheridan from Outstation Water. He's here on behalf of Pumps and Solar. He's going to present our winners and place getters. Hey, big congratulations to Team Ariat, Ben Hall, Pete Comiskey and Hugh Miles. They won that event quite convincingly. A little bit of horsepower and a little bit of cowboy power in that team. In second place, we congratulate Helly One and Comiskey Transport, PJ and Laura Knight. Laura then turned herself into a Comiskey when she married Jace, so a bit of family sport going on there. And in third place, the wonderful McIntosh girls, plus Kerry, Penny McIntosh, Megan McIntosh, and their great mate, Kerry Thompson. So that's our winners and place getters in the Pumps and Solars teams draft. We'll present them with their wonderful garlands, the ribbons. They've got beautiful embroidered rugs, and they even get a really nice pannikin to take up there, the outstation water hole, and have a few cold beverages later on tonight. Still a bit of chat down here about where we were or weren't on the shoulder of those cattle. Megan McIntosh is still debriefing about where the positioning was. Hotly contested event here, the Pumps and Solars teams draft. Team Ariat are just having a discussion about who's going to speak, but congratulations to Team Ariat, Ben Hall, Pete Comiskey, Hugh Miles. I'll hand the mic over to one of them.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Willinga for putting this show on, lucky, so we can get a bit of money out of it. We didn't do real good drafting, but it's a good bit of fun. Thank Pump and Solar for sponsoring it, and yeah, thank the team members. And you, Heidi, for doing a great job over the weekend.
Good catch, Ben Hall. I was just going to say how much I know you enjoy speaking. Thanks, Ben. Team Ariat take out the win in the Pumps and Solars team draft. No doubt there'll be a foot race out of here when we do our lap of honour, but PJ Helly and Comiskey Transport are second, and the McIntosh girls and Kerry Thompson bring up third. That's our Pumps and Solars teams camp draft. We'll get these garlands on, we'll get some photos, and I reckon we're going to get our way up there to the outstation waterhole and have something cold. Big thanks to Tim from Outstation Waterhole. I think you've got the favourite spot on the showgrounds. Tim, thank you so much to you and your team for supporting and presenting here on behalf of Pumps and Solars. That's them, ladies and gentlemen. They're the winners of the Pumps and Solar teams draft. Huey Miles, this is your chance to be the first one off the mark. Lead us away, Huey Miles on behalf of Team Ariat. Hugh Miles, Ben Hall, Pete Comiskey. This might be your chance to catch him, PJ. Head him off to the call from Jason Comiskey, Penny McIntosh. Whoa, ladies and gentlemen, what a show. I tell you what, some friendly rivalry going on out here in the lead. I think she caught you in the end, Huey. Ladies and gentlemen, that does wrap things up. I wrapped us up a little earlier on our formal evening, but we are done and dusted here for the first event at Willinga at Juandah Plains. Thank you so much for being with us. I hope it's been as entertaining for you as it has for me. Thank you to the Willinga Pastoral Cove for inviting me to be involved. Can't wait for next year. Thank you all. Enjoy the evening. No doubt we will keep the cold beverages coming and keep catching up with old and new friends. Thank you and good evening.